President Biden has been dodging the press for nearly 7 months, letting 208 days pass since his last sit-down with the media.
Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, so at this point in Biden's presidency, he's held 17 press conferences. He's done 22 media interviews. Obviously, compare that to Trump, who held 36 press conferences and done 89 formal interviews. I know a lot of people are a little upset that it's been 208 days since Biden's last sit-down TV interview. But, I mean, does he really even need to do anything? Because he basically campaigned from his basement, and look where it got him.
Well, it's a very good point, actually. But I say if he has all this Joe-mentum right now and has such a winning message, then why not sit down for a TV interview? I mean, we're talking since the Super Bowl, the last time he sat down for a TV interview. And also, this is an amazing stat that I talked to Dana Perino about yesterday. Why hasn't the president sat down with any print journalist since taking office? All right, so we're talking nearly 2 years. What happened to the transparency that he promised? By the way, I think he's not doing any TV interviews because if that did happen with even a halfway decent journalist, it's certain he would be asked about how he plans to pay for that $1 trillion student loan forgiveness program we just talked to Allie Beth Stuckey about, or how about the Inflation Reduction Act at a cost of $750 billion that won't reduce, inflation, or why he refuses to visit the U.S. southern border as millions of migrants continue to enter illegally, along with fentanyl that you guys talk about on the show on an almost daily basis that is killing younger Americans at an alarming and record rate. But that interview ain't going to happen. Certainly not before the midterms, because this president and his handlers are cowards. They don't want to face anything regarding scrutiny. And taking a question here and there at a press conference, guys, is a lot different than a one-on-one, because that interviewer can ask follow-up questions if the president is lying. And they know that they don't have a winning argument on all the things I just mentioned because, well, there is no winning argument when it comes to those policies.
And he gets mad.
Biden did an AP interview on June 16th. But I think to Ashley's point, Joe Biden does better in polling when they hide Joe Biden there at the White House. Want to get your thoughts on this,
That's true. And
Joe.
Todd, let me just make one little point on that, if you don't mind. Sure. AP is a wire service, all right? That's not a journalist from a major newspaper. So I just want to make sure that people understand that there is a difference there.
The White House saying President Biden's the White House saying President Biden's GOP bashing speech was not divisive. Take a listen.
People have talked about if it was divisive. It wasn't divisive. He also asked for people to come together. It didn't matter if you were a Republican or independent or a Democrat.
Okay, Joe, grab a pen, those of you playing at home as well, so we can now add divisive to the list of words that the left and the White House are changing the definition of. We have recession, mostly peaceful, women, now divisive.
Yeah. That's right. Inflation also, I guess, right? We're at zero inflation right now, apparently, when it's actually 8.5%. Of course, Karine Jean-Pierre believes that speech wasn't divisive because she's a repeated election denier, right? And saying 2 elections won by Republicans and Donald Trump and Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, they actually were stolen. Those are her words, her tweet. This was one of the most divisive speeches we've seen from any president. And this speech particularly stood out because this president continues to try to claim the higher moral ground, saying he wants to unify Americans, all while at the same time pitting Americans against each other. This is, in the end, guys, all about keeping power, nothing more. The midterms are coming in what now? Under 2 months. This is to fire up the base because midterms are base elections, and to do it this way and not understand the kind of damage that you're doing. I'm sorry. If I ever hear that Joe Biden's the great unifier again, there's not much you really can say in terms of the reaction. It's just not the person that he is, and not the person, certainly, that campaigned to bring this country together. Todd,
I have to agree. All right, Joe Concha, thanks so much.
Thanks, Joe.
Great to see you again. Take care.
You too.